You know how maddening it is when you're trying to get a point across to your partner and he's just not listening? Maybe he's offering you helpful solutions before you've even finished explaining the problem. Maybe he tells you he just doesn't want to hear about it, and you end up going round a vicious cycle. You really need to tell him so you aren't prepared to stop, and he just gets more and more determined that he's not going to listen. That can be so frustrating. So what do? Where's the magic wand you can use to change things in an instant? I'm Kaszina of Winning Relationships for Women, helping you to captivate and keep your Mr. Right. And in this video, we're going to look at what to do when your man won't listen to you. We both know there is no magic wand. A magic wand would be awfully bad news if it did exist, because it would mean people didn't have to learn how to relate better. They could just carry on creating havoc in their relationships and then wave that wand to make it all better. That is, we women could wave that wand and suddenly our man would sit down and listen quietly and constructively to everything we said before saying, you know, I hear what you're saying and I've thought of something which might help or it might not. Would it be okay for me just to mention it? Until that happens, how do you deal with him not listening? First, you need to ask yourself, what's really going on? One explanation is that men love problem solving. That makes them feel useful. As they see it, you bring them a problem for them to solve. That makes perfect sense to them. If they offer you what they perceive as a good solution to a problem and you don't take it, they don't understand. They get frustrated. They may take it as a personal rejection. But suppose something different is going on. Suppose he really doesn't want to hear about it. He wants to relax. He doesn't want you bending his ears. Then you have to ask yourself, is he plain just not interested? Or is he just not interested now? Is he turning a deaf ear to something that doesn't seem important to him right now? Or is he turning a deaf ear to you? There is a distinction, and it's helpful to you to see it. It beats telling yourself, nothing I say ever matters. So what do you do if your man isn't listening? Let's look first at what doesn't work. Screaming and shouting doesn't work. You may get attention, but not the right kind. It's the same with accusations or nagging. You'll get his attention, but he won't thank you for it. What else could you do? Well, you could lead up to the discussion by saying to him as gently as you can, I'd really appreciate being able to run a couple of ideas past you. I get that now is not a good time for you. When would work better for you? It won't take very long. When you're ready, it would be great if you could just let me think out loud with you there. Is that okay? If he says yes, then he's agreed to be reasonable, which means you may well have found a way of getting him to listen that actually works. If he says no, then he's given you a clear indication that there's not much point in having the conversation because he has no intention of being reasonable and receptive. And that opens up the way to a whole lot of new questions about how that impacts the relationship. If he looks at you all surprised when you ask him, great stuff. You've just jolted him out of a patterned response that wasn't helpful. Good on you. Until the next video, I'm Kaszina, helping you to captivate and keep your Mr. Right. If you like it, do like it and leave a comment in the box below. Bye for now.